Good morning, students. Today we are going to start coordinate geometry. So as we know that in a coordinate geometry, in a Cartesian plane, if we want to locate any point, we use this coordinate geometry. Yes, and it is going to use in, it is a basic also. It is going to use in so many things. Like we can use for the geometry portion as well as for the algebra, to solve algebra by using geometry. And you can do solve geometry by using algebra. So in this chapter of class 10th, we are going to include the 5 things. That is the very first, that is the distance formula. Number 2, that is section formula for internal division. And number 3, the section formula for the external division, midpoint formula, and the area of triangle. So these are the 5 topics that we are going to cover in this chapter. So now this is the graph. I just want to remind you the few things, that this is the x-axis and this vertical line is always a y-axis. If this is a Cartesian plane, these 2 perpendicular lines divides it into the 4 portion. So here this is the origin point. This is, we always donate with the 0, 0, and here are the positive number line. You know that, and this is the negative one. So this is the x-axis, this is the y-axis, and this is the first quadrant. Here the positive numbers are here for the x-axis as well as for the y-axis. So always when we get the coordinates, it will be positive and positive. Always the first coordinate, for example, we have x and y. So x always represent the always we say abscissa, and the y represent for the y point from the distance from the y-axis. X point, distance from the x-axis. X is also always called abscissa, and y always called ordinate. As we know that we always represent coordinate like this only, it means we always write abscissa first and then ordinate. So this is the very first quadrant. This is the second quadrant. Here, since the distance of the points will be from the x-axis, we always, so these are the negative one. So minus, comma, plus here. Here, it is the third quadrant, negative. Both the values will be negative. The point will be negative. Yes, and this is the fourth quadrant. Here, the x values are positive and the y values will be the negative. So we use this to locate any point or to find the distance from the x-axis and the y-axis. Suppose we want to find out from the origin or this point, we can easily find out. So now I am here today. First of all, I am taking the very first topic, that is the distance formula. Yes. So I have a graph here. We have 2 points. This one x1 and y1, and this one is x2 and y2. Yes, so we want to find out the distance between the point P and Q. Yes, I hope it is clear. This is x1, this is y1. The coordinates of this point P, and the coordinates of the point Q is x2 and y2. So we need to find out the distance between the PQ. Yes, how we can find out? So we have to do, first of all, we need to draw a perpendicular from point P on x-axis as well as from the Q point on the x-axis. Yes, like this. Now we will draw a perpendicular. Suppose these are the L and M points. Yes, now we will draw a perpendicular from P point on QM also. Mostly construction we always do by the dotted line. Yes, now what you can see, you can observe that we have got, suppose this is the end point where it perpendicular meets on QM, sorry. So this is end point, and we can see that PQN is a right triangle. Yes, so it is a right triangle. Since it is a perpendicular, this is also a perpendicular, and we need to find out the distance between the P and Q. Yes, now we can see, since this is a right triangle, so we know that we have a Pythagoras theorem. We know the distance of Pn, we know the distance of Qn, and by using Pythagoras theorem, we can find out the value of PQ. Yes. Now, since we need to find out the value of PQ, this is the triangle. Now, PQ square is equal to Pn square plus Qn square. Yes, Pn square plus Qn square. Hypotenuse square is equal to base square plus perpendicular square. So we need to find out the value of PQ here. What will be the value of Pn? Yes, what will be the value of Pn? See here. In this triangle, OM minus LM, OL will equal to LM, and LM is equal to PN. Yes, OM minus OL will equal to LM, and LM is equal to PN. Yes, so I am writing here PN is equal to LM and LM is equal to OM minus OL. Yes, now what is the value of OM? Please see, OM is x2. Yes, OM is x2 and OL is x1. This is the point, that is x1. Yes, on the x-axis, this is the point x1. On the x-axis, always the y ordinate is 0. Yes, so we have, this is OM is equal to, that is x2 minus x1. I hope it is clear. Yes. Now, to find out the value of Qn, that is also equal to Pn that we need here. Yes. Now, Qm is here, that is y2. See, this is the point y2. Yes, and we need to find out the Qn. And what is Qn? Qm minus Mn. Yes, Qm minus Mn. Yes, so Qn is equal to here Qm minus Nm. This is Qn. Yes, now Qm minus Nm. Yes, and Nm is equal to PL. Nm is equal to PL. Yes. So, what is Qm? That is y2 minus Nm. Nm is, see here, that is y1. Yes, clear? Now, we are going to put the values, that is in the Pythagoras theorem. Yes, now we have got PQ square is equal to Pn square, that is Pn, x2 minus x1 whole square. Yes, plus Qn, that is y2 minus y1 whole square. Yes, now what is the final value of PQ? That is equal to under root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Yes, now this is the distance formula. This is the distance formula for any coordinates when we need to find out the distance between the two coordinates. So this is the valid formula. Yes, so we can say that distance formula for between two points, that is equal to x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Yes, this is we will use in first exercise the application also of this formula and to find out the distance between the two given points. Yes, now to explain you, I am taking the one example. Yes, this is the question we have. Find out the point on the x-axis which is equidistant from this and this point, that is 2, minus 5 and minus 2, 9. We need to find out the distance, the point, the value or the coordinates that is on the x-axis. So what I told you, if the point is on the x-axis, it means the y coordinate will be the 0. Yes, the value of y will be the 0, only the x. So the point on the x-axis will definitely x, 0. Yes. Now we have to find out the value of x here. Yes. What is the question? Find out the point on the x-axis which is the equidistance. Now this point is equidistance from the point 2, minus 5 as well as this point is equidistance with this point minus 2, 9. Yes. For example, this is the x-axis. I just want to make you clear. Suppose this is the point. It could be on the negative one or a positive one. I don't know. So, for example, to make you explain, suppose this is the point P that we need to find out. And suppose this is the point A, that is 2, minus 5. Of course, this will be not in the first quadrant, but just make you clear. And B, suppose minus 2, 9. This will also not be in the first quadrant. I make you clear. Just make you. So the distance between these points are equal, means AP is equal to BP. This is the information that is given to us. Yes, AP is equal to BP and this is the information that is given to us. Suppose the point A is 2, minus 5 and B is minus 2, 9. So to find out the value of point, that is x, 0, since it will be definitely the 0, here we need to find out the value of x. We will use this information and we will use here the distance formula. Yes, how we can use? As I show you in this example, in this figure. So we are find out the value. We will find out the value of AP and BP. We will equate because it is given in the question. Now what will be the AP? So first of all we will write the formula, the distance formula, that is x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Yes, this is the distance formula. Yes. Now what we are going to do? We will find the value of AP and BP. Yes. How we can find out? Suppose x2 always we will take this one x and here x2 this one and y2 also this one. Yes. So for AP means A point this, x2 means x minus 2 whole square plus this is the y2 0 minus minus 5 means it will become plus 5 whole square under root will equal to under root again x minus, here the x minus for the BP, x minus 2, that will become x plus 2 whole square plus 0 minus 9 whole square. Yes. So it will equal to what we will do, squaring both sides. Why we are doing this? We want to remove this under root sign. Yes, so what we have left, x minus 2 whole square plus 0 plus 5 whole square, that is equal to x plus 2 whole square plus 0 minus 9 whole square. Yes, now we will use the identity. We will use the identity here, that is a minus b whole square. So x square plus 4 minus 4x plus 25. That is equal to x square plus 4 plus 4x plus 9 9s are 81. Yes, that will be the minus 9. After squaring, it will become a positive 1. Yes, now x square will be cancelled out. 4 will be cancelled out. Yes, we have left with this one. Yes, so we will take minus 4x, this 4x to the left hand side and this 25 to the right hand side. Yes, so minus 4x, it will also become minus 4x, that is equal to 81 minus 25. Yes, now this will become minus 8x, that is equal to 11 minus 5, that is 6, 7 minus 2, that is equal to 5. So x is equal to minus 56 upon 8, that is equal to minus 7. Yes, so we have got this value of x only. We need to tell the value of point. So the point will be minus 7 comma 0. Yes. See, that was the question. Yes, we need to find out the value of p here. So we are applied here the distance formula. Since these 2 points are equidistant from the p point, we have equate here by using distance formula and we have find out this point. I hope it is very clear to you. Thank you, students.